Do you feel like you've exhausted every possible option in trading to improve it? Do you feel like you've spent hours backtesting, hours journaling, working on your mindset, trying to improve your psychology? Well, what if I told you there's one thing that you might not have thought about that really helped improve my trading and will probably help improve your trading too? In this video, I'm going to be talking about why self-belief is a forgotten and untapped potential to improve your trading and make you a far better trader. So if you guys want to know how I used self-belief to help me and how you can use it to help your trading, then stick around, watch the video, and don't forget to like so that I know you want more videos like this. So to get into the video, what actually is self-belief? Well, self-belief is just the idea that you believe that you can do anything that you put your mind to. It's a belief in yourself, and it's a belief that no matter what anyone else or any other external thing says, you're going to achieve what you set out to achieve. Now, self-belief is something that many of us should have, but probably don't. Now, the reason for this is a lot of factors. Now, if you think at school, right, we have sets, the UK anyway, you're placed into math sets and English sets and sets for science as well. Now, if you're a top set science, so the best in your year group at science, you're going to think you're really good at it, and you're going to have the self-belief that you are able to do well in these exams and that you are able to understand the concepts being taught to you. But if you were put in a lower set, for example, one of the bottom ones, you're going to label yourself as not intelligent and stupid, because if the school is putting you in the bottom sets for that subject, why would you believe that you were any better than where they've put you? If someone is put in a low set for maths or English, they're not going to sit there and think, well, I'm really good at maths, are they? They're going to sit there and they're going to think that they are terrible at it. And so things like school and teachers and friends saying that we can't do stuff and that we can't achieve certain things, or they grade us in certain ways our whole lives, by the time we get to leaving school, we don't normally have much self-belief. Now, this is a problem because self-belief is one of the most important things in any aspect of our lives. If we believe we can do something, we will work hard to achieve it no matter what. If we don't believe that we can do something and we don't believe in ourselves that we can achieve something, well, we're just not going to have any aspirations. And I think that's why a lot of people end up in these, dead-end jobs, because they don't believe they can achieve anything more than that. They think that's sort of what their life is destined to be. Whereas if you think about it, if someone had self-belief, they're going to be aiming to be CEOs of companies or entrepreneurs, or they're going to want to be successful in the field. It doesn't necessarily have to be the self-employed or the trading route, but they're going to believe that they are destined to be successful because they believe in themselves and they believe in their potential to get to where they want to get. If you don't have that self-belief, as I said, you're just going to take whatever you can get because you don't believe you deserve any better than that. So now that I've explained why self-belief is such an important factor in life, and it was something that took me a long time to understand, that until you actually believe in yourself, no matter what anyone else says, you won't see any sort of progression in your life. It was only when I started believing in myself and thinking, yeah, I can actually do this, if I put my mind to this, I can achieve this, that I actually started seeing some positive results in my life. So how does this link to trading? Well, if you think about it, right, when you backtest or when you learn for the first few years, and as I mentioned in previous videos, you start losing a lot and consistently, you're not going to have any self-belief, or it's going to be knocked out of you if you went into trading with self-belief, because you've gone from thinking you're going to make it in trading to losing for years and years, and you're not going to believe that you can ever make it. And this is actually where a lot of people give up and quit, because they have belief at the start, they lose a lot, they can't get anywhere in trading, and then they just give up because they think, yeah, no, I can't do that, because they don't believe in themselves. But imagine if you were able to have self-belief, you would never give up on trading, because you would constantly keep going and keep improving until you got to where you believed you could get to. So this happened to me in my years of trading. The first year or two, I started losing that self-belief. I stopped believing that I could make money, I stopped believing that my strategy was good, and I stopped believing that I was even intelligent enough to trade. I never thought I'd be able to do it. And then it was only when I did a module in my psychology degree at university that I started understanding self-belief a lot more and what it actually meant and how important it was. And when I started improving it, that was when I started seeing results, because I started to believe that I was going to achieve whatever I put my mind to. And nowadays, as I said, I've seen far more success in thinking like that than I did when I didn't think like that. So now you can see why a lot of us don't have self-belief and why a lot of us should have self-belief when trading. I think that it might make a big difference to a lot of people out there that are maybe struggling with trading or losing or wanting to improve, because the minute you start believing in yourself and truly believing in yourself to the point where it's almost sort of obsessive, you aren't going to give up until you achieve what you want to achieve and what you set out to achieve. And that, in my opinion, is really, really important in trading. And it is something that people don't think or talk about. You know, a lot of people probably watching this right now are thinking, oh my gosh, yeah, like that is never mentioned. And if it is, then I haven't seen it mentioned enough. So now that I've explained to you why trading and self-belief are important and how we don't have it, I want to kind of give you some tips as to how I improved it and how you can actually work about going to, you know, reclaim this self-belief that has been taken out of you throughout your life. So the first thing that I did to boost my self-belief was I started doing things that, you know, meant that I had mini successes. So I started, you know, I was in the gym and I started going for more PBs, and the more PBs I was hitting, they may not be massive increments, but the more PBs I hit, the more I believed in myself, because I was like, yeah, every time I go for these PBs, I'm actually starting to get them. And it was these mini successes in the gym that made me sort of realize, okay, well, if these mini successes are helping my belief in the gym, they can help elsewhere. So I started looking at the end of the day and journaling, you know, little successes that I had throughout the day that would basically boost my confidence and boost my self-belief. So for example, maybe, as I said, I went to the gym, that was a big success. Maybe I back tested and got a load of data. Sure, maybe I lost, but I got a lot of data which would then help me improve my plan, which would help boost my win rate, which again would lead back to me improving my self-belief. And more trading related goals, maybe you could aim to make 1% in a week. If you're a new trader, maybe, you know, aiming for 1% a week, or maybe saying, you know, flip it on its head and maybe say, this week I don't want to lose more than 1%, or if I can break even after 2 years of losing this week, that would be a really good success for me. That's proof that my, you know, my trading is improving. And self-belief is one of those things where it's rehearsed. It's something that the more successes you see, no matter how big they are, the more successes you see, the more you believe in yourself. Why do you think every celebrity in the world has such a big ego and belief? And I'm not saying get a big ego in trading, because you will be humbled, but they believe in themselves because they've been successful. So you have to start out with small successes in trading to then build your confidence and build your self-belief back up. So yeah, if you try these things, I promise you now, if you have good self-belief, your trading will improve. I'm sure of it. It definitely worked for me, and it is something that I haven't seen talked about enough. So hopefully this video has helped some of you out there. If it has, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. And if you guys would like to know a bit more about, you know, my psychology tips and my trading style and strategy, there is a link to my Telegram in the description. It's very cheap. Go and check it out if you would like to learn how I trade. But I appreciate everyone watching today's video, and as always, have a good trading week, and I will see you next time.